Hi students, this is Mr. Case, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a blackout poem using Google Docs. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you want to do, the very first thing you want to do before we actually get started actually making the poem is you got to choose a text. You got to choose a basis for your poem. So this can be a text that we read this year. It could be a chapter or a page from The Outsiders or The Hunger Games. It could be one of these stories here. I posted 17 of them. You can also use text from a history book or a science book, or I guess like a history or science website that you saw in one of those classes. That you can do that as well. Basically, all that really matters is that we have a lot of text that we can fill a page with. So decide on what you want to do, spend a few minutes thinking about it. You know, maybe you want to choose like a moment from your favorite part of The Outsiders or The Hunger Games, or maybe one of these stories seem interesting to you, or I don't know, maybe there was like an interesting thing from like history or science that you thought was cool and you want to use that. And it's all, you could use any one. All that matters is that we have a lot of text to work with. So, all right. Once you do that, you want to open up your Google Doc and paste it into here. So you want to copy the text from the website or the document and then paste it into Google Docs using Control V. Remember, Control V is how you paste into Google Docs. Okay, so after you paste in your text, I already did this beforehand to save time, but after you paste in your text, you want to spend some time thinking of which words you're going to highlight, which words you're going to choose to actually make the poem. And you should spend a lot of time doing this. So you want to choose words that can like evoke a feeling or a mood, or choose like interesting words to you that stand out. You can use words like or as or is, or like smaller words to kind of connect bigger words. And you want to be really deliberate and intentional with the words that you choose, right? We don't just want it to be like a random, we don't know what's going on in here, this poem. Like, we want the poem to kind of like convey some kind of meaning. So spend a good amount of time figuring out what words you're going to choose. And after you do that, you want to write your title. So you want to title the poem, and you want to write the theme. So whatever you think the theme is of your own poem, you want to think about that, look at the words that you chose and what your poem is like saying, and write out a theme. And then if you want to go above and beyond and get some extra credit, you can write a whole analysis for your poem. It's not necessary for you guys to do that. You don't have to do that. But if you do it, I'll give you guys extra credit. But you don't have to write an analysis. You can just write a theme statement, and that's fine. So make sure you copy and save this. Save this to a separate Google Doc, because you're going to turn that in Canvas when you actually turn in your poem. Okay, so back to actually making the blackout poem. So you have your words highlighted, you have a clear theme figured out, your poem has like some sort of meaning to it, so you're ready to start blacking it out. So there's two ways you can do it. The first way is you can just highlight and then use this one, the highlight feature here, and then just black it out that way. That's basically the first way you can do it. Right, okay. And the second way you can do it is you can go to File, Page Setup, and then you want to choose black for the page color. And then that'll basically make black out the entire page. And another thing you can do is you can change the color of the text. So maybe you want to black it out as like a blue poem, you want to blue it out, so you can change the text to blue, and then you can change the background to blue, and it has like the same effect. But yeah, so basically this blacks out the whole poem, and then from here you can highlight the words that you highlighted before. And you basically do that for the rest of the poem, and then do that for every word. And then after that, you want to get the link for it. And remember, we want to change it so anyone can view. So you copy the link, and that link is what you're going to use to submit. You're going to submit that in Canvas, and at this point, you're basically done. You did it. So that's it. That's how you make a blackout poem in Google Docs.